Hey guys, how's it going? It's Kyra here with another Diablo Immortal video, and I'm going down the rabbit hole of just how complicated the gearing system is in this game. This is a deep system, and I think it's really exciting. It's exciting just how big this is. It's going to be super overwhelming for people on launch if you're not. I've never done this in a game before. I should just back up. I've never done research on a game a month before the game comes out to try to learn about the systems, because this is even different than Diablo 3. Like, I'm playing Diablo 3, learning this system and realizing just how different the gear system is in Diablo Immortal versus Diablo 3. This is just gonna be the start of it. I'm gonna go for a bit and then be sure to leave questions down in the comments below on what specifically you guys are looking at. If there's anything I didn't explain well, please let me know. I'm just trying to get as much information out as possible when it comes to this, because as I'm going through this, I'm like, wow, this is like really in depth. I want to talk about this. So how this works is, because I was noticing, I was like, where's all the set bonuses in this game? Like, normally in these games, you have an actual set you have to build around, and there's specific sets when you have a 6-piece thing, or like a 4-piece, 2-piece, 4-piece, or a 6-piece. And I've only been seeing the legendary, because in this game, the primary sets here, can only be legendary. And then you put legendary gems in these. And legendary gems are going to be a really big deal here, and we'll talk about that in a future video probably. But then these other ones, the secondary, and this one, the neck, the rings, the gloves, belt, and I believe those are boots. Those are all what can actually be set bonus, like the green gear if you've ever played, most Diablo games. So that's all secondary now. So it's actually pretty clean. And then the normal gems go in there. I don't know the specific set bonuses. I haven't seen a list of all of them. One thing that's cool about this website on Maxroll is that they do have all of the legendaries. Every single legendary per slot per class is all listed on this website. I'll be sure to link that down below. And I've been looking at that and kind of getting an idea of which legendaries I'm looking forward to. Also, they have build guides here breaking down exactly what they think is good. They have people that played the betas and have good build guides. So for example, on Barbarian, you could go down here and then look at what they recommend. Like, for example, on Spin to Win Solo, you have group buffs, so they change it up a little bit based on that, because Berserkers have good group buffs. For example, they're able to give sprint. So sprint now allows enemies movement, increases movement speed of nearby allies. They also have this headpiece right here where demoralize is replaced with Warcry, increases all damage to you and nearby allies. But when you're solo, then they're going to want something different. They don't really care about that. They'll just have second breath here where sprint duration is increased by 30%, which makes sense. So it's cool that they have it all broken down here. So based on whatever class you're planning on going, I highly recommend this website for really getting an idea what to be excited for. So, because as we're going to be just going through this game, and I'm looking at it from the perspective, I'm trying to blast it. I'm trying to go as fast as possible. So I want to know what I'm excited about before the game goes live, because it's already overwhelming enough having to learn the game, all these different systems. So the easier we could possibly make it for ourselves to have a better experience on launch, the better. So at least now I know that the set effects are over here, so this is not going to overlap with my legendaries. Because in Diablo 3 at least, there could be some legendaries that are good, but you're forced to use the primary set bonuses on your class, and it might make it to where that build can't use a particular legendary. So it's just kind of nice to know. So then we also have to be able to level up our pieces of gear here. We're going to use our salvage materials to level up the gear. What's cool about this system is that when you pick a piece to level, if you ever get a new piece that you want instead, the game is going to prompt you to move all those materials, like move that level over to the new piece. So you never have to worry about not being able to level. Like, if you put resources into this headpiece right here, it's level 11. You get a new headpiece, you're able to immediately just move that over, and it's no big deal, which I think is fantastic. Then these are going to be where the legendary gems go in this game, and I believe legendary gems deserve their own video. And the normal gems are going to go all in your secondary slots, and eventually those are going to become the green set bonuses. And I wish I could see the set bonuses like I was saying earlier. I don't know what they are. I think that's going to make a big difference on which class you're going to end up going. Like in Diablo 3, for example, I was playing like a whirlwind kind of barbarian, but then I went like this full-on set where it's all about throwing, and it's really fun. But the set bonus, you need the set bonus for it to even be relevant. So not being able to see what the set bonuses potentially are is kind of a bummer. We'll have to cover the normal gems and the legendary gems in another video, but mainly the secondary ones here, they're talking about how red gems are damage and life, blue is armor pin and defense, and yellow is potency and resistance. Here is saying that red and blue is like definitely the way to go. Potency and resistance definitely seems like a super underwhelming gem to have in this game, where I feel like, when it comes to Diablo, I feel like it's all about that damage. So definitely trying to find, and you need to have the right set on these. I believe these are going to be color coordinated, and so like if you look at the top one here, see, you can barely see it, but it's like red, yellow, and blue. Whereas this one's like blue, red, 2 yellows, 3 reds, and 2 blues. So you want to, they need to be color coordinated, and you'll know as you get that piece what can actually go in there. We still have to, this is barely scratching the surface, which I think is absolutely crazy. We didn't even talk about the legendary gems. We have equipment affixes to talk about on what could potentially roll as the secondaries. And so there's primary equipment here and then secondary equipment here on what the actual stats that can roll in each thing. So there's secondary sets that can potentially roll for helm. So all damage done increased by 3% per nearby party member can only be on your offhand. It can't be on any other thing. And this is something really cool to see. Definitely link down in the description if you want to check this out yourself. And we'll break this in its own video. But that's a whole nother thing we didn't even talk about. The legendary powers of the affixes here. We didn't even talk about. And then the specific legendaries per each set we haven't talked about. So definitely a lot more to talk about. But this is just an entry level thing just because I'm trying to learn this. I want to try to share this information because I think this is going to be really important on launch. I'm going to end the video here. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions on what I didn't explain very well. I'll try to answer it down in the comments below. Also, this is just definitely the first part in a ton of videos breaking all the mechanics of this game down so we can be prepared on launch. So expect more of that. And with that, guys, I'm out of here. Peace.